do an earlier than normal edition of Saturdays with Skywalker. Happy Vegan-Tine's Day to all my VFFs. Non-vegans, happy Valentine's Day. Anyway, I wanted to start a little early because there's something going on at 11, and I didn't want to run into what these other people, other vegans are doing. I figured, an hour and a half is enough time. And I'm in a different location. I'm in the other room, the other bedroom here. That's more like storage for books and whatnot. But I'm using an easel, so I'm hands-free. My little painting easel. It works fine. And I rescued a computer desk a few years back. Somebody left it out on the sidewalk, and I wheeled it home. And the computer chair was in perfect shape. 2 separate occasions, I also rescued that because there's no rips in it. It was in good condition, so I brought it home. And that's what I'm sitting in now. Got my penguin. Because it's not as chilly, though. I have to change my name. Again, because it's not as chilly here today. Just putting my phone on silent so if anybody tries to call. And I mentioned I was going to be starting at about 9:30, so I was close enough to 9:30. I can sit back in my chair. I can still see the screen. And I got my water here. My 2-sided Big Bang Theory tumbler. Bazinga. I also have one of my gnomes. I don't have too many, I have a few. And on the back wall, there's a heart. I hung it up there yesterday. Hey, Jake. Good morning. It's not too chilly. I got my meat stink shirt on. Oh, yeah, some vegan chili would be good. Oh, I made chickpea potato patties yesterday. I had one for supper, and there was enough for 6 more. So I wrapped them in foil, put them in the freezer for future use. So they came out pretty good. Because I used 2 cans of chickpeas. I had bought 6 small yellow potatoes. I only used 4. And I put the rest of the breadcrumbs I had. I put some Italian seasoning, garlic powder, nooch, of course. Got to have the nooch in there. It's delicious. Came out good. And I had it with some yellow tomato. Less acid because of my acid reflux. Yeah, so I figured let me use a different location here. With my little gnome. My little gnomie. My gnomie homie. Hi, Assad Jewel. Are you vegan? Are you over 18? And are you vegan? Big Bang Theory. In case you didn't see this. That's that stupid asshole that keeps changing the username saying I look like a sumo wrestler. Yeah, you're full of vegan bull. Get rid of that comment. I'm trying to get rid of it. Trying to get rid of that stupid ass comment. Because they keep coming back saying the same stupid shit. I'm not a man. I'm a woman, for fuck's sake. there's nothing wrong with transgender people either. It's just that I'm a woman. And I don't look like a sumo wrestler, but your brain is full of fat from eating animal flesh, undoubtedly. So you got brain rot thinking those things. So you know what you can do? Fuck off. Keep coming back. I'll keep banning, getting rid of you. You troll tard. You always got to be, at least not every time, but usually there's got to be at least one. And if you're not over 18, then please leave kindly. Thank you. And are you vegan? It's great if you're vegan, but if you're not vegan, then why not? Just want to know. Yeah, because I figured because was it VPM and Chip are doing something at 11. I didn't want to get into their time period, whatever. I also brought my a box of tissues in here in case I need them, because I get the sneezes sometimes. My sneeze attacks. I got a fake rose and a red vase here to put on the table. Yeah, this is for the vegans. It's Vegan-Times Day. Have a heart for the animals. And stop paying for their exploitation and murder. And it's very easy to be vegan, unlike what someone in particular says it's not for everyone, and they defend people's choices to eat animal flesh and products. And I don't believe in that. Real vegans don't support that. We're against exploiting and murdering animals for any reason, whether it's for so-called food, clothing, research, testing on them, exploiting them for so-called entertainment. Because abuse is not entertaining. And now it shows 2 people watching, but I ask a question. If you're over 18, you have to be over 18 because it's not for kids, because I don't want to have to watch what I say either. And if you're vegan, if not, why not? Simple questions to answer, not that hard. It's not rocket science. Got my PETA meat stink shirt on because it's red and black. Now it shows nobody watching. Well, if not many people show up, this might be a very short stream. It might, if not many people show up. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to. I'm not forcing anybody to subscribe to my channel, just like people need to stop forcing animals to be exploited for their trivial taste, pleasure, or for fashion, or any other reason. I'm glad you're still here, Jake. I think Mary said I streamed too early because usually 10 o'clock, but like I said, I wanted to do it a little bit earlier. Bazinga. This is that add a Q&A sticker. Simple recipe everyone should know. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Last week it was funny with the straw. A straw has to have 2 holes to be considered a straw, in my opinion. You can't drink out of a straw with only 1 hole in it. I think it's supposed to be in the 40s here today, so maybe some more of that snow will melt. I had thought about trying to make a snow being outside. I think I have green food coloring. I can make a snow frog or something that looks like a frog. In memory of my brother, my one brother, I called him Kermit the Frog. He'll be going 4 years the 22nd of this month. And this works out pretty good using my easel, so I'm hands-free with the phone. I don't have to hold the phone. So the easel on my computer table, which I don't have a computer, can't afford one. And but it works, it comes in handy. But I'm gonna, next month when I have more money, I'm gonna get, Sky recommended getting a phone mic and a $5 ring light to kind of enhance things. I might look into that. But this easel, since I'm not painting right now, I haven't painted anything in a while, it can double as a phone holder. Works out perfectly. Because I can sit back, I can still see the chat. Swivel in my chair. Ain't no creaks or no creaky sounds. Any creaky sounds will probably come out of me being having arthritis. So, Sprunky, are you over 18? And are you vegan? And if not, why not? Those are my 3 questions. I'm like the Rick Grimes of veganism, Coral! Where's Coral? See who else is going to show up here. Oh, if David is watching, I'm very calm. Yes. That was so funny the other night on Axel's channel. Because he was concerned about me. Because I said in all caps, I am calm. I am quite calm right now. I had a good breakfast. The Just Egg, I still call it Just Egg, but it's called Eggs from Plants. And I put some shredded dairy-free Parmesan cheese from Trader Joe's in it, and some little brown beach mushrooms and fresh chive, and had some smoky tempeh bacon with it. Oh, yum. Sounds like a lot, but I don't make a lot. I just use a couple strips of this smoky tempeh bacon. I don't measure the amount of the Just Egg I use, but I just pour enough that I think is enough for me to eat. And I had some New York rye toast with it. Delicious. So I'm set for a while. Probably won't need to eat lunch. I'm thinking about having half of that diet flatbread pizza, or a part of it, whatever, because my appetite isn't always the best because of the Trulicity insulin I'm on. It's also an appetite suppressant. So I might have the diet pizza later. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Hello, dude. Babble. Are you over 18? I keep asking these new people. If I'm asking questions and I don't get a reply. It's not that hard. If you're over 18, say yes or no. If you're not over 18, then go. And are you vegan? If you're not vegan, why not? Simple questions to answer. I'm here to educate if you're vegan curious, but if you're just a troll an anti-vegan troll, forget about it. Hi, Martin. Hands-free I'm using my easel and the computer table in the other room, and my computer chair, so I can sit back and swivel around like all I want. And I got my Big Bang Theory tumbler. The other side says Bazinga. I also have my little gnome, my Valentine gnome. It came with a basket of stuff that I won at a raffle a couple years ago or so. See, because then I could sit back. I think I'll still get a ring light. Like Sky recommended getting like a $5 ring light to enhance things, maybe. I don't need to get a hands-free gizmo for my phone because I can use my little easel. This is more like a storage room. It was when my niece and I moved in together. This was her room. But I've had other human roommates, and I like being by myself. Then you don't have to worry about the state of dress you're in. Plus, you can fart and burp all you want without having to say excuse me to somebody to be polite. Yeah, and then my hands don't get tired holding the phone. Got my tissues. I got my water here. And if you can see in the background, there's a heart. Whoops, wrong way. I hung that up there yesterday, decoration. I forgot I had that. So happy Vegan-Tines Day to my VFFs. How do we do that? It's warmer today, it seems, because, oh yeah, Martin, yeah, yesterday I made the chickpea potato patties. I cooked up 4 small yellow potatoes. I opened 2 cans of chickpeas, drained the juice into a bowl so I could use the aquafaba to help bind it together. And I threw in what breadcrumbs I had. I threw in nooch, of course. I put in Italian seasoning, garlic powder. Yeah. And then put it in the refrigerator for a while so it kind of, set a little bit. And then I made patties out of it. I had one for supper. It was delicious. And I've got 6 more in my freezer because I put it down on the piece of foil, patted it down a little bit. Oh, Martin, I hear those eyes rolling all the way over here in Connecticut. Oh, it came out good. So now I got 6 more meals. I still got 2 potatoes left because I bought 6 small ones, but I figured the 4 was enough. It takes a little while to mash the chickpeas because I don't have a friggin' blender. So I probably should get a small blender. I got a smoothie maker, but I don't want to use it for that. I want to keep that for fruit smoothies when I am in the mood for them. So maybe next month I'll see if I can get a small blender, just, because I don't need a big one. It would have been a lot easier to mash up the chickpeas in a blender. Macerate chickpeas, not baby chicks. And then my breakfast was yummy. I had just egg omelet with fresh chive and brown beach mushrooms and some shredded dairy-free Parm cheese and smoky tempeh bacon. Delicious. It was delicious, Martin. Ha! Yummy, yummy in the tummy. I'm tired. But I'm not going to say that, like what I would say on people's streams. Yeah, I just, when I say I'm going to go to bed and I don't. Now they got a Q&A sticker. I had sweet and savory for breakfast. You're not here, Martin. You know what? You got to be careful. Keep rolling your eyes like that. They're going to get stuck in that position. What are you in another dimension, Martin? Are you in a galaxy far away? Oh, you missed it before. The usual troll under a different name popped up. The same one that says bullshit like call me a sumo wrestler and saying I look like a man and all that crap. Run, Martin, run! Run! Well, at least Martin gets good exercise running all the time. I mentioned food. I timed them out, try to ban them, but they keep making a new accounts and coming back. So they can go fuck off. They're not worth saying much to, but I don't know why they say the same damn things, it's like, really? Is that all your little pea brain can come up with? Is the same bull crap every time? It's like, it's boring when they keep coming up with the same crap. At least try to be a little more inventive. If you're going to troll, be good at it. Don't suck at trolling, because that person sucks at trolling. I don't know what else I'm going to do today. Just putter around the house, I guess. Yeah, I got a table with books all on it here that I got to go through them again. Some I may donate, some I'll keep. Yeah, he's so friggin' annoying, that red farmer. And another one that pops up from time to time, Adrian Rodriguez claims to be vegan, but he has no problem with eating animals, and I call him out on it. But I said real vegans don't support animal exploitation and murder, because he always says people can eat what they want, and I say people can eat what they want, fine, but not who they want, because animals are somebody, not something. That's what annoys me too, because somebody like that gives vegans a bad name, so to speak. Because they have vegan in their name, but they're not vegan. At least, just because we don't have vegan in our name, we don't have to say it. I just sometimes, like with my regular username, it's because of my Star Wars fandom. But I'm trying to think of some other name because it's not so chilly today. I gotta change it to something, change it to something funny, maybe. Here's a Valentine's Day peck from my penguin. Yeah, that's why I figured I'd have a short stream go to 11 if not sooner, because I want to go to their stream. I know they're probably going to have a lot of trolls. I might just end up listening, because if there's a lot of trolls in there, I can't deal with that. It's like, they're so annoying. Makes my brain scream with all the ignorance. Hi, Terry. Happy Vegan-Tine's Day. I'm in a different location. I'm using my little easel to put my phone on, so I'm hands-free. And sit back. I can sit back in my computer chair. I don't even use it because I don't even have a computer, but I rescued the table and the chair because it might come in handy someday. Who knows? And it does right now. This will be where I do my streams from now on, unless I go outside when the weather's nicer to do something. Oh, take another drink from my Big Bang Theory tumbler. Bazinga. I don't care if I call out certain people like that, like we were talking about, claiming to be vegan, like that Adrian person. Martin. It was a stray. It was on the sidewalk, because I don't know the gender of this table. Oops. At the chair either. 2 separate occasions. I wheeled them both home. I had to have help getting them up the stairs because I couldn't do it. I would have ended up in the ER if I tried to haul these things up the stairs on my own. Ha. And it's a nice chair. It even has a little pull-out thing for it to put the the keyboard on, the pull-out part. But it's in the storage bedroom. Storeroom, because I got a closet with clothes in it I need to go through again. Need to donate some more. I like these books. Let me just turn the phone around a minute so if you can see the books. A quick view of the books I got in here. I got a bookcase downstairs full of books. Got books in here. There's books on top of the bureau over across the room. And that bureau has more clothes in it. I feel like, I don't know why I'm a clothes junkie. I see a cute top or a nice pair of pants or a skirt or something, and I just, it's hard to resist, especially if it has something to do with Star Wars or any of the TV shows I like. I forgot how many Sons of Anarchy shirts, but some of them I'm not touching, but other ones I'm going to go through again, and I've got a donation bag started because I found a couple of jackets or something my dumbass ex left behind, so I'm just going to donate them. And I can lean on this. Pull the table out, lean on it. Swivel, swivel. Yeah, my breakfast was sweet and savory with the just eggs from plants, and my smoky tempeh bacon, and the toast I put some low sugar raspberry jam on it. I like the combination of sweet and savory. It's a blanket thingy. It has the penguin head hood, and it's got my flippers to put my hands in. I got it not last year, but the year before. I wore it last week too, to be funny, partway through the stream. My penguin. They had a couple other, I think they had a bear and a reindeer or something because it was around Christmas time. But I got the Penguin because of Gotham. You know, Oswald Cobblepot. I got my little, one of my little gnomey homies. I don't have too many, but I have like a half a dozen gnomes for all seasons. I got a spring gnome, I got a rainbow gnome, I got a peanut butter and jelly gnome, and a Christmas gnome, and then this one here for February gnome. Yeah, it would be. That's what I was thinking about getting a cow onesie to do outreach. Or a pig one, either one. I gotta wait till the weather's warmer before I go out and do outreach, because nobody's gonna be on the green with it covered in snow. You know, another thing that is difficult with all the snow on the lawn, I can't get to the grass good. I'd have to be like a bison and paw through the snow to get to the grass to munch on. And I'm not particularly fond of frozen grass. I'd rather have fresh. You know, since some non-vegans think all we eat is grass and leaves and such. Oh, I don't know. I woke up earlier because Mother Nature called. Then I went back to bed. Then I woke up. It was around 8:30, and I said, "Oops, I better get up and fix breakfast so I could be ready for my show." I started watching more of an episode of Stranger Things because I went back to the beginning to rewatch because it'd been a while since I watched it. Because I need to rewatch season 1, 2, and 3, and then I need to watch 4 because I only saw 2 episodes some time ago. It's a really good show. It combines like sci-fi and horror with, you know, it's set in the 80s because then you get all that cool music like that Kate Bush song that got more popular because of that show, Running Up That Hill. I'll be running up that hill, running up that building. If only I could. I forgot how. Don't mind me. I can't sing. You just finished all of it, Martin? Oh, that's cool. And I know at the beginning Steve was a bit of an asshole and everything, and that his character changed a lot. I have a Hellfire Club shirt that I got from Spirit of Halloween store one year. It's Eddie Munson and the whole Chrissy, wake up! I've never played Dungeons or Dragons, but it looked like it would have been cool to play. And now, Karen from Scotland mentioned that there's a movie, the Last Kingdom movie called The Seven Kings Must Die, so I gotta check that out. See if the library has it, or they can get it from some other library. Yeah, he did turn out to be pretty cool, yeah. He changed a lot. And then I just read that there's going to be another series, another Last Kingdom series called Return to Bebbanburg, which I mentioned before on one of my posts. Now I notice I'm up to 446 subs. I didn't think I'd have that many. I forget how much how many subs you need to get monetized, if it's 500 or 1K. I know I would never reach 1,000 subs, not in my lifetime. Only if I lived as long as Yoda, maybe. Yeah, like one of the episodes I watched from season 1 of Stranger Things, they were playing that Clash song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? And then the 3rd season of the Vampire Lestat, it's going to be called the Vampire Lestat, comes out this summer, too. This thing is comfortable, and I hope I don't doze off in it. It's very comfy. Nice and soft. It's like a warm hug. See, I don't know. I don't know if I consider, if I do a lot of content, I don't know if that's, I mostly repost other people's stuff, or, my own shorts and original poetry. Yeah, I'm not in it to get monetized. If it happens, that's fine, but if it doesn't, it's all well and good. Because I don't know how it would work, if I ever did get monetized and, had super chats and super stickers, that type of thing, how that money would get to me and what percentage YouTube would take of it. I'd have to look into all that stuff. But I don't know. I don't care if I get monetized. Oh, sorry to hear that, Terry, that you lost a couple. I know that happens to me too. Sometimes I have a certain number, then the next day it's like 1 or 2 less. And then a couple days later, then it goes back up again. It's like, whatever. Oh, well, that's great for Axel because he does a lot of outreach. I need to do more outreach too. When the weather's nicer, spring comes, more people will be out and about, and I need to find another place to try to do outreach because the green here is small. I'm not sure about that, Terry. I know I don't support that because I just started reading this book about jaguars called The Heart of the Jaguar, and they said by the middle of this century, they'll probably be extinct. Because another thing, too, I have an issue with is people want to convert natural carnivores to plant-based diets because no animal can be vegan since it's not a diet. So I don't support killing natural carnivores, and I don't support trying to imagine it's just not practical. If you tried to convert all the freaking predators in the seas, in the skies, on the land to be plant-based, it's impossible. It's not going to happen. Oh, you gotta. Oh, on Vegan Gaze. Hi, Axel. Bazinga. I'm in the other room, the other bedroom here, because I have the computer table. using my easel for my phone, so I'm flipper free. I don't have to use my flippers. Hey, this might make a good puppet. Oh, you know what that looks like? It looks like a pilot whale. Wait a minute. You know, the ones that look almost like a orca or the full killer whale. I know this looks like a pilot whale almost. Ha ha ha. And this chair I think might be better for my back. I can swivel around all I want. Woo. Woo. The swiveling penguin. Oh, that's interesting, Terry. I know one of someone who's been on for several years. I'm a mod on their channel. I've known this person. They're into Kingdom Hearts. They're not vegan, but I'm still friends with Phil. I've been on his show a couple times on open mic nights. It's a lot of fun. But he's a big time Kingdom Hearts person. He goes by Scattered Knight, spelled with a SK instead of SC. I've known Phil for a few years. Before I found vegan channels, I was watching other people playing different video games. I've never played them myself, but it's fun watching other people. Oh, I made avocado toast yesterday for lunch, Martin. This could be a puppet. Oh, need another drink. Big Bang Theory. What? Behave? What do you mean, Martin? What do you mean, Martin? I'm behaving myself. I'm calm. I'm very calm in case David is watching. I am very calm. Oh, food. Well, it's inevitable, Martin. It's gonna happen. Because I had bought 2 avocados the other day, and one of them was ripe enough. And I cut up some onion in it and used some garlic powder, and it was good. But I had such a good breakfast today, I doubt I'm going to be hungry for lunch. Because I took my Trulicity this morning, which is an insulin but also an appetite suppressant, so it messes up my appetite. Food, glorious food. Please, sir, can I have some more? I remember that play, Oliver. The musical, whatever, the musical. Ah, see, Martin. Ha, ha, ha. Because it's weird, this Trulicity stuff makes my stomach, sometimes I feel not really nauseous, but slightly nauseated sometimes. Or it just doesn't make me feel hungry. Or what happens is, I get the rumbly and the tumbly, but then after I cook something, I sit down to eat it. I'm like, I gotta eat this now because I don't want to waste it, you know? And it's like, I've told my doctor about it, but in one ear and out the other. Because I know, I need to lose a few pounds, but it's tough when you get to be older to lose weight. Spooky! Spooky, my bro. Yeah. Call this Cuckoo the Penguin. Yeah, Martin inevitably will fall into the food torture club. He tries to deny it. He tries to resist, but resistance is futile. Let me tell you, it's futile. Yeah, this chair is more comfortable than sitting on my bed all this time. For a year, I was doing it in my bed, sitting in my room doing this, but I sit in the other room. Yeah, this chair really is comfortable. Sometimes Delilah sits in it. She has various places around here that she likes to lay, especially in the sunshine. Because the way I look at it, we fucked up with nature enough, like getting rid of the wolves out of Yellowstone. The ecosystem went all out of whack. But then once the wolves were reintroduced, then everything balance was restored. You have to have that balance. Because people are different. People can become, it's necessary for them to become vegan if they really care about animals. But natural carnivores, imagine the oceans devoid of all life except manatees and dugongs and maybe coral. Because, and I don't mean Carl Grimes coral, but I'm not going to get into that. Because we fucked up nature enough with deforestation. And jaguars will probably be extinct by the middle of the century anyway, because I just started reading a book about them, a new book called Heart of the Jaguar. And their prediction is because there's not that many of them left in their wild and their range has been greatly reduced, they'll probably be extinct. So people that don't like natural carnivores will be happy. It's a very interesting book, though. I just started reading. I got it from Seymour Library the other day when I went there for the free movie, which was that movie Sinners. I'd seen it before, but it was such a good movie, I had to see it again. Yeah, Terry, I don't either at all, because that feeds into the anti-vegans' hands, saying that, want to kill natural carnivores. They would love that, in my opinion. Anyway, they'd be, thinking like how they would think, because they say, oh, you vegans are hypocrites. You don't want us to kill animals to eat them, but you want to kill natural carnivores because of who they are. That type of thing. Yeah, and coral is a living creature. This planet's fucked. No matter what, it's fucked. And I remember watching this documentary years ago about what Earth would be like if no humans existed for whatever reason, and it would be healthier again because nature would take over the cities, and the animals would get fine without being hunted and fished and exploited. They could just be natural. The planet doesn't need humans. Yeah, I don't like getting into arguments. That's why I just try to stay quiet about certain things. And it's just like no matter how much I tell my friends that, because I don't have vegan friends around here, about what happens to those animals that they eat or wear or what have you, it goes in one ear and out the other. They don't want to listen. They're either just too complacent, too set in their ways. Because really, the friends that I have around here are older than me. At some degree older than I am. So they're kind of set in their ways, and they don't want to change. I say, because I think Listerine tests on animals. I'm not sure, but I buy mouthwash by a company that's cruelty-free and vegan. Like, hello. I buy their mouthwash, their toothpaste, the deodorant. I read labels so I know what I'm getting. I don't just buy anything out of convenience. I get dish soap that's cruelty free too, so that encompasses being vegan and not tested on animals. But some people just don't want to listen, and it's frustrating. It's like that one friend said a while back, "Oh, it's a personal choice." But I say personal choice ends when there are victims and the animals are the victims. That's funny, Terry, you shitty Terrian. Oh. No, I really need to find somewhere besides the green to try to do outreach when the weather's nicer, because more people will be out. There's really not, and where I live in Derby, there's no real big, like public areas, so to speak. The green is small. Any stores are like scattered around. There's no like mall here anymore. There used to be the Ansonia Mall, but that's just a very few stores because there used to be a big Y on one end. And Spirit of Halloween on the other end when it gets, like usually sometime in September that opens. But there's no places around here that has a lot of people, a lot of public. I'd have to go down to the New Haven Green. There'd be a ton of people down there in the nicer weather. But I have to wait till spring comes. This snow is going to be around here for a long damn time. Okay, if you want me to unmod you, I will, Axel. Yeah, we love you, Axel. Hi, vegan Christianity. Hey, Jason. If Mopor shows up, they are always saying to make sure I stay hydrated. Well, I got my water here in my Big Bang Theory tumbler with the Bazinga on the other side. It's funny. I don't know how much these computer tables cost, but this was free and the chair was free. When I find free stuff like that, if it's in good shape, I'm going to take it. People put it out because they don't want it anymore. So, hey, like they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I also have a fake rose here. I bought this. I don't know. I forgot. I've had this for a few years. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got a couple of books about Bruce Springsteen. It might change, Jason, because I'm not that chilly anymore. But I don't know if anybody remembers that cartoon, Chilly Willy the Penguin. All right. Bye, Axel. Hugs. Have a good day. Probably see you on VPM and Chip stream later. Because it was chilly. It had been cold, but today it's supposed to be in the 40s. I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, but I put a short sleeve, my meat stink shirt on instead because it's red and black. And yeah, sometimes I like to change up my second username just to be funny. It'll always be Kathy Skywalker, but like one time I am Negan Spaghetti. I love The Walking Dead. Negan's character really changed a lot. I hated him at first, but then when you stop to think about it, both him and Rick did what they had to do to keep their people to survive, and to keep their people alive and thriving and everything. So it's like that time Rick and some of them went to that outposts or whatever they were called and killed people while they were sleeping, and those people had families. So it's like if you're going to criticize Negan for killing all those people, then you got to criticize Rick too. It flows both ways. But it was because of Coral that Rick did not kill Negan outright. He just cut his throat, but not to kill him. I need to catch up on Daryl Dixon. I think there's a season 3, and I think there's another season 3 of Dead City. And I haven't, and Those Who Live, I haven't watched that one yet. There's so much stuff I need to catch up on as far as that goes. Let's see. This is fun, swiveling in this chair. I could swivel all the way around, too. Oh, I got my feet on the bottom part. Now I can't move it. What the hell? Oh. Whoops. Too close to the wall here. Oh, shit. Never mind doing that. Okay, I was just reading what Vegan Christianity says. I did my own project live stream a couple months ago at APB. I asked the workers there if anyone wanted to speak to me, but none of them did. But got laughed at by 2 of them, but joke's on them. Yeah, that's one thing. I've never done I can't do a project live stream because I don't know of any slaughterhouses that are nearby me. I looked it up, but I think there is some here in Connecticut, but transportation is an issue. And I'm sure my non-vegan friends would not want to drive me somewhere like that, so I'm kind of stuck. To be able to do that, because I know I would be the smell would probably I'd probably be throwing up from the smell from those places. And just seeing those poor animals in those trucks, whether they're pigs, cows, chickens, or whoever, lambs. But the biggest thing I do as far as activism goes is what I buy. Making sure I read labels on everything, not just food, but any household products, makeup stuff, whatever. I read labels to make sure. Yeah, those people that work at those places are pretty much in denial about what they do. they think it's just a job, but a job shouldn't entail killing beings, you know? Yeah, because there isn't anyone around here, because I live in what is called the Valley in Connecticut. I'm a Valley girl. Not that I know of. There's only like, well, there is one that the Beastie Burgers people, the woman there, Lisa, I believe her name is vegan, of course, because I saw her a couple years ago at the Compassion Fest in Hamden. But I personally don't know any vegans around here. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Vegan Christianity. Yeah. I did call this one dairy farm that's in Orange, which is in the neighboring town, to find out if he claimed they don't take the calves away from their mothers, and I call bullshit on that. And about sending the cows to the slaughter, you know, they're going to deny it. Oh, another half hour. And then VPM is going live. Oh boy. Sorry to hear that, Vegan Christianity. Jeez, living next to those places, that would be horrible. Knowing what goes on there. So I've got another half hour, and then I'll stop so that we can all go to VPM stream with Chip. Yeah, true. It is a daily reminder living next to those places. You know, it's like there were times when I wish I could do more than I already do, but I'm kind of limited. You know, about going places to demonstrate. I've done that in the past. A few years back, it was a PETA sponsored protest outside of a pet store in Orange, Connecticut, on the Post Road, A to Z pet store. There was only like a handful of us out there protesting. It was December of one year before COVID. I think it might have been 2018 when we did that. Standing out there with our signs by the edge of the road. People were honking in support. I think one person yelled something stupid. I don't remember what it was. And then another time out in Trumbull Mall, they were putting one of those Sequest places. It ended up being there, but then it's gone now. But it was summer of that following year. We were out there, PETA protest, standing outside there protesting the Sequest or whatever the fuck it was called. Yeah, we can't, we can only do what we can. But like I say, the biggest part, what everybody can do is what they buy. Buying plant-based products, nothing with any animal ingredients, buying nothing made from animals, like no fur, leather, wool, silk, down, angora, mohair, cashmere, none of that. And then buying cruelty-free household products, makeup, health and beauty care, that type of thing. And by not patronizing zoos, aquariums, rodeos, if they're in your, nearby. No bullfights, horse racing, dog racing, none of that. Not hunting or fishing. There's stuff that everybody can do that's easy, and it's not hard one bit. And I don't care what people eat, it's who they eat that we're worried about, People can eat whatever they want, but animals are not what's, they're whose. They're somebody. And even if somebody doesn't particularly love animals, they should at least respect them, respect their right to exist, or not be forcibly bred into existence. And that is all domesticated animals should not be forcibly bred into existence. Hi, Huckleberry. I know him from another channel. He's cool. Exactly. It's stupid if they put like collagen, for example, or whatever, and stuff. No, I'm your Huckleberry. He's from another channel that I know. I'm a mod on too, so he's cool. Yeah, I love that movie, Val Kilmer. He was one of my favorites. I loved his portrayal of Jim Morrison. He was spot on with that. Damn. It's good to see you here, Huckleberry. I gotta get another drink. Bazinga. I've had this tumbler for years. I got it at one of those FYE stores, which they got rid of some of them. I think it was the one in Waterbury that I got that at. Just like my Sons of Anarchy sign that I have down in the living room. I made the mistake of putting it in my window for a long time and it got faded, but it makes it look really old. It aged it. Big Sons of Anarchy fan. Oh, you are? Well, I think that's a good thing to get banned from those kind of crappy things. Hunting and fishing, animal abuse, animal killers, animal abusers. Yeah, it's actually a blanket like sort of thing with the pockets for my hands, for my flippers. I like penguins. I mean, I got the penguin one because I'm a fan of the show Gotham, and I like Robin Lord Taylor's portrayal of Oswald Cobblepot, aka the penguin. And it's not that chilly now. I was calling myself the Chilly Vegan, but I might change that. I might go back to one of my older funny names, like I Am Negan Spaghetti. Or well, I think one time I was Coral, aka Carl. Before this, I was the Sleepy Pickle, reference to another channel, Bren Social, where I'm known as the Mother of Pickles. I just picked up the pickle thing from somebody else that used to do a pickle, pickles in that chat. Oh God. Yeah, this is so much better using my little easel for my phone instead of having to hold it. My hands thank me because I don't get tired holding the phone. Hold the phone. E.T. phone home. Yeah, I have so many usernames, I forget some of them. The mother of, like, game of pickles. I forgot. Did I do one for Game of Thrones? Yeah, it would, Jason. That's a good idea. I don't have a sign. So, yeah, Spooky, you're back again. Spooky, my bro. Spooky Boo. Spooky Boo and the Vegan Cuckoo. Yeah, I should use that name, the Vegan Cuckoo. Oh, you. Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about killing predators. Oh, my back. Feels good to sit back in this chair, though. The vegan penguin. Yeah, I only eat plant-based fish. In fact, I think I have some in my freezer. Yeah, I hope he's okay. Axel, I mean. Yeah, I got those chickpea potato patties I made yesterday. They were good. I got 6 more in the freezer, so it makes it easy to take one out, have it for lunch or supper sometime when I don't know what I want. And I still have beefless bulgogi in my freezer. I got a Dia pizza, the flatbread kind. Oh yeah, I bought it because it was on sale, and I bought a Dia New York style cheesecake too. Had some of that last night. I don't know, once in a while, gotta have a vegan sweet treat. You know what? Oh, what the heck? I do have, oh God. I do have another penguin here. I think this is emperor penguin. And it's funny. I forgot what season of Sons of Anarchy, but Gemma was taking stuff, or either Gemma or Tara was taking stuff out of a closet, and there was a box with a penguin that looked just like this. I'm like, what the hell's my penguin doing on Sons of Anarchy? Oh, that show was great. It really resonated with me that when Gemma had to put her dad in a nursing home, because I had to do the same thing, you know, because of the dementia, Alzheimer's dementia. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I collect little things like that. Oh yeah, my dad, when I was a little kid. Now this, we're talking like late 60s, because my dad died in 72. I don't remember when he gave it to me, but I've had this Schnauzer for decades, for probably 60 years or close to 60 years. And for some reason, I don't remember, I called him Sneezy. But I kept him as a memento from my dad. He's an old man here. Yeah, because my dad will be going 54 years in July. That's why I'm not crazy about 4th of July, because that's when he had his heart attack, but he died 2 days later, 3 months shy of turning 60, in fact. But it's also because of I don't like fireworks, because I used to like them, but then, you know, that was back before I knew better. And fireworks are horrible because for animals, it scares them. People, especially veterans with PTSD, and environmentally, they're bad. Yeah, I've had that. I can't believe I forgot how old I was when my dad gave me that dog. Oh, that's okay. Okay, Huckleberry. That's cool. I keep getting this one troll that I'm addressing Huckleberry here. I keep getting this one particular troll that keep changing accounts. But they say the same damn things. They call me a sumo wrestler. They say I'm a man, but I sound like a woman, whatever. I'm nothing against transgender people at all. No way, because I'm an ally of the LGBTQ community. But they're not very inventive. They could come up with something more creative with their insults. But they say the same friggin' things all the time. It's like, I know who they are. Even they might, you know, they have a different channel name. I know who they are. So it's like, get creative. Yeah, I don't, because it's crazy. Real Americans are against fascism. That's what my dad fought in World War II in the army. He fought against fascism. And for these ones that are, that's another subject that, oh my God, I could go off on that. Because these magtards, they need to leave because they're not real Americans in a lot of people's opinions. They need to leave. They hate this country because they voted for a pedophile, so they must be pedos themselves. I don't care if that offends anybody. That's the way it is. I mean, it's the truth. Yeah, exactly, Huckleberry. Because we're all immigrants. Our ancestors, whether, depending on what decade or century our ancestors came here from, we're all immigrants. And look at Trump himself. He married an illegal immigrant. His parents were illegal immigrants. So it's like he has no place to talk about illegal immigrants because, and then ICE. Don't get me started on ICE. Oof. They're fascist thugs. ICE is murdering people in broad daylight, and then some idiots try to blame the victims. Oh, they should have won. One of my own friends basically said that she was blaming them, like Alex and Renee, for what happened to them, blaming the victims for them getting murdered. They should have just gone along with the police, with ICE. They're not police. ICE are not police. They're thugs, jackbooted thugs. Okay, thank you, Huckleberry. Yeah, because, for example, Renee was trying to drive away from those assholes when they murdered her, and Alex Preddy, they took his gun away and they shot him like 10 times, I think. I mean, like, what the hell is wrong with this? This is where I curse sometimes. Of course, people know that are familiar with my channel. What the fuck is wrong with these assholes that voted for someone like Trump? I mean, the first time was bad enough, but this time is even worse. They want to, make the environment polluted, take away the protections for, the environment, for one thing. They don't care if people die from easily treatable diseases. They want to women's health care because that's what abortion is. That's women's health, part of our health care. And nobody has a right to tell us women what to do with our bodies but ourselves. Our bodies, our choice. Well, that applies to everybody. If we want to do something to your body, like get piercings, get tattoos, that's fine. It's not hurting anybody else. But when you try to dictate what a woman especially can do with her body, nope. No. They want to go back to the bad old days of these back alley abortions where women died from, the coat hanger abortion thing. That's not just a cliche either. Hi, PJ. I'm a talking penguin. I know, Huckleberry. It just makes me so fucking mad. And just like when I try to tell my friends about what happens to animals in the food industry, for an example, because veganism is not a diet, of course. It's the ethical and moral stance against exploiting and murdering animals for any reason, whether it's for food, clothing, entertainment, research, testing, whatever. It's morally wrong, ethically wrong to do that when there's kind alternatives. There's plenty of things like dairy products. There's plenty of dairy-free products. Like, I've tried all different kinds of dairy-free ice creams, cheeses, yogurt, butter, everything. And there's even cruelty-free steak bits. Beyond Steak is a good company. Dairy Chicken has chicken, plant-based chicken. you can get chicken nuggets that don't have actual ground up macerated chickens in them. Because chickens can live, I think, at least 10 to 12 years, but in the broad, the ones that are murdered for their flesh, they're like just a few weeks old, they're babies. And in the egg industry, they're from 1.5 to 2 years old when they're sent to the murder house. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks for the reminder, Martin. Yeah, ice are freaking thugs. I go off. I get going on a topic and forget about it. But yeah, it's like people that voted for that orange turd have one tiny brain cell that's struggling to survive inside their skull. I think they have geraniums in their craniums for voting for a pedo and a 34-time convicted felon. But he's 80 years old, so hopefully, because his health is declining mentally and physically, so hopefully he won't be around much longer. And I usually don't say that about people, but some people deserve that. These people that don't care about anybody but themselves, they're Robin Hood in reverse, stealing from the poor to give to the rich. And like for me, just to use myself as an example, I managed to get by on my little measly disability check. And then that's why I have the SNAP benefits too, to help pay for food. So, yeah, I'll be ending this shortly. 10 more minutes according to my 9 minutes to go. And I'll end it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, T. Oh, that's cool, Huckleberry. Yeah, that you're vegan. Happy Vegan-Times Day then, Huckleberry. Yeah, I try to pop in on Foxy's channel from time to time to check out, to see if there's any trolls that need to be taken care of. It's getting kind of warm with this on now because it's not that cold out. Plus, I got the two windows in this room are facing south-facing windows because sun's out today. Nice day out, I think. But I don't need to go anywhere because I got enough food in the house. I got enough stuff around, so I don't really need to go anywhere. That way there I spend less money if I'm not tempted to go out and spend money at a thrift store. Like the other day I bought a copy of the special edition People magazine about Bad Bunny, because usually I take myself out to lunch once a month, but I said instead of doing that, and I had a coupon because I got it at CVS, and I had bought the generic brand of Pepsi for my acid reflux. I paid for that separately with my Aetna card, over the counter card. So the receipt I got from that, there was a 30% off coupon. And the cashier asked me if I wanted to use it on the magazine. I said, sure, because it was like $15. I only paid $11 for it. So that was cool. So I bought that as my as a treat, as a splurge about Bad Bunny. Muy caliente. Whew. That was an amazing halftime show. I don't watch football, but I like to watch the halftime shows. And that was, yeah, I'm all about saving money and getting stuff for free. Like the one library I go to sometimes, usually a lot of times they want to get rid of a lot of their books that I guess aren't popular, or for whatever reason. They had 2 tables full of books. I'm like, no, I got all these books here. I can't get more because, oh my God, I'd have to have 1,000 eyes to read all these books that I got and a bunch of hands to hold them. But sometimes I get them for free or a discount. Like, I got one of the books I got about Bruce Springsteen. I love Bruce. This is Down Thunder Road, The Making of Bruce Springsteen. I also read the book he wrote himself, his own memoir. I'm trying to reach over here. And I just love music. Here's another book about Bruce that I got cheap at a thrift store. And what else have we got here? I've read a lot about Janis Joplin. I love Janis Joplin too. What's my favorite novel? That's a tough question. Get up close and personal with Bruce Springsteen. Oh, yeah, he did that song for the streets of Minneapolis. Yeah, but it was amazing. He's there for us, like after 9/11, I remember reading about somebody yelling to him, Bruce, we need you. And that's when he came up with the Rising album. I play that every 9/11. I really don't have a favorite novel. I mean, I've read so many freaking books, but I can tell you one book I don't want to read again that I had to read multiple times in high school was The Pearl by John Steinbeck. I had enough of that one. But I do love Anne Rice's novels. If I had to pick a favorite current author, I love the classics too. I have downstairs, I have the Canterbury Tales. I have some classic literature. Anyway, I can't remember all the books I have. I'm like the old woman who lived in a shoe. I have so many books, I don't know what to do. But I just love to read. I've been reading since I was 4 years old, so that's 6 decades worth of reading, people. Yeah, I don't know how you could do it easier in the chat. I don't know, but 4 minutes. It's the final countdown. 4 minutes to go. Oh. I never get tired of watching this show either. I don't know how many times I've watched it. Oh, that's weird. I don't know that they do it like that. Well, before I end this, I want to say to everybody, thank you all for being here. And hope you have a vegan-tastic Vegan-Times Day. And Terry, I think of that song by Europe. It's the final countdown, blah, 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 blah. I can't sing. So see everybody. See you all next week. And take care. Love you all. Good to see everybody here. So, peck, peck. Happy Vegan-Times Day. So, hasta la pasta. Bye, Spooky. My bro, Luke Skywalker. See you in the next stream. I am very calm too. I'm surprised David didn't show up because I was saying I am calm. I am quite calm. Bye. Bye, everyone. everybody. I'm not going to throat sing or anything. Toodles!